Namaste and catch my family. I'm here in Sedona, and I thought I'd make this video as kind of an introduction, not only an introduction to Team Light and to myself, but catch you guys up on some of the stuff that might be behind the scenes. I wanted to self-reflect and reference my position and how I feel about interacting here, obviously in 3D and the dimensions above. I want to share my compassion and awesomeness with everything that has been done by you guys out there on this planet. You guys are all very, very amazing beings. I wanted to give you guys some insights on my character and who I am, a little bit about, because I know it can seem quite different, especially when I speak star language, or when I have to bring up things and discuss things that might be in the unconscious but not so much in the conscious of everyone here. My role has changed a little bit since I woke up. I remember when I woke up, obviously 4 years ago, life and waking up from the Matrix right in the beginning is quite a shock at times. But as I began to integrate my higher selves into my processes, and balancing and aligning and adjusting myself, I began to understand that balance. And it took me about 2.5, 3 years. Okay, it took me till right about now. Alright. So what I'm trying to get to, it's a process. A lot of these downloads and things and information that I have acquired and Team Light has acquired, as many of you do know, but if you're new, you might not know. So I'll explain it to you. We actually went and got these downloads and fetched these activation codes from specific locations around planet Earth. Many of these things, as I begin to remember my elder selves, my oversoul, I remember things like I come from a twin star system and both suns are blue. That's very fond in my memories. I remember past timelines. I remember in Egypt how we used to take the baths, and there were these big stone that looked like sarcophaguses, and how we used to actually be able to use the transport system on this planet. How we used to prepare as you go into each bath of oils and nutrition, and you drink your elixirs. Right? It got your suit up to speed to be able to walk through a gate. Okay? I give this to you as an example because right now I'm finding that sharing with you, the real Ryan, right? The real downloads that we receive, so that you may self-reflect upon some of the things that you may have forgotten. I remember many things about Egypt, especially when I was there in Egypt. I didn't really speak about this, kind of made a music video out of it. When I was accessing my elder selves and actually holding a higher vibratory form, I remember many things about what has been done on this planet and what things have taken place before this level of consciousness was created. And what I'm here to share with you is that all of us right now are in this transition together. But I want to give you some of the tips, and may they benefit you as they've benefited me in being able to balance, right, some of the things that we're all having to go through. Okay? For me personally, being Ryan in 3D in my physical, my 4D, awesome night self, my lowest night self. If you wanted a version of what he would represent, it's kind of like Blade or a Daywalker. Okay, that's a very good explanation. I get in lots of tiffs with beings that aren't aware, say in 4D, because in many ways, once you understand and once your fourth dimensional version of your consciousness understands the network of the team and interacting with your oversoul with an open channel, that responsibility then courses through not only fourth dimension but into you. Okay? Now, when I speak of the fourth dimension, what I truly mean is the multiple layers that make up this construct. A lot of people like to say it's time and whatnot, and the way and definition I choose to use it is, when my third eye turned on, I began to see in the beginning as a multidimensional being. For example, I'm lucid, I'm seeing my friends that look like they're from Atlantis or Lemuria in the robes. They were walking up to me. I saw many monks, red robe monks. They were very awesome. But as I progressed and transitioned into knowing more of myself, my eyes also adjusted to more of a pan-dimensional being, in the sense of not only seeing this dimension as you're perceiving me now, or 4 or 5, but actually having a broadband vision where I'm seeing through multiple dimensions. These beings that are watching us right now, these ultra-terrestrial beings, are here to make sure that we are, 1, well taken care of, 2, those starseeds who chose to incarnate here, go through their experiences, go through their walk, but also are always connected to not only their homes, their hearts, their star systems, their families, their loved ones, their friends, their homies on other planets. But to understand, to be here right now in this day and age, you chose to be here. This is a very specific timeline that we are on right now, and everyone who is here right now, especially those listening to my voice, this was a choice that you have made, and it is an awesome choice. Sometimes they only choose the strongest to come down to deal with certain places where it is that dense. And what I've learned is it's always better to make friends than enemies, okay? Alliances are much better than war, okay? And most importantly, it is much better to be loved than to be feared. So as you develop these things in yourself and in your daily balance, to understand inherently inside of you, you are good. Okay? I know a lot of people and a lot of things in this illusion, right? To actually see how an ultra-terrestrial being views this population, right? Say the most divine feminine. Okay? You can also say Gaia too, because Gaia herself, that consciousness at one point in time was, right, an ultra-terrestrial being, right, who chose to merge with this planet. And in her awesomeness, right, she chose this place. This place, planet Earth, is a multidimensional hub which spans and links you to all parts of this universe slash multiverse, many verses, to respect and love her as being good stewards. Good stewards means that we take care of little things like the animals, the air, the water, the plants. I do this every day. You know, I have bird feeders and hummingbird feeders outside, and it's pretty much like Fern Gully in my backyard. And when I wake up in the morning, I really appreciate that. And as soon as the bird feeder runs out of birdseed, I got blue jays, I got hummingbirds, I got dove, I got quail walking by me going, "Hey bro, you need to fill up the birdseed. Can you hook me up over here? It's hot." So in that same way, it makes me feel good in a very simple way to understand how important each of us are individually to everything around us. And it feels good to aid. It feels good to help people. It feels good in here when you're making the right choices and you're in your purpose. Sometimes in this place, especially when you incarnate here, right, with a specific purpose on, I'm coming down here with all my friends, family, and loved ones. We're here to adjust this planet so that we can realign our adjustment to all, with all races, species, and beings here found herein. Okay? And to do that, it takes a lot of patience. But in the truth of the matter is, it takes the correct intent. And when you guys are in dream time, when you guys are in your simulations, the little tip your brother Ryan can give you is that what they're truly measuring is your intent in the moment. Team Light is here to help facilitate your questions. Team Light and some of the beings here in Sedona and across the world are some of the most awesome beings I've ever come in contact with. They're just very amazing beings. Each and every one of them is very, very specialized and very, very special. As you are very, very specialized and very, very special. Understand the responsibility of being a being with a specific purpose to aid, because, ladies and gentlemen, the training that you might have received, or you did receive before you incarnated here, and the training that you actually experienced while you incarnated here, was so that in the moment of this activation, of this higher vibratory choice, you would have enough wisdom and experience to choose for yourself which you wish. And to get into a place where you truly feel that, to get into a place where your heart is fully opened and you actually vibrate through an entire city with your heart chakra, and it waves through every building and it crashes and then it comes back. To actually put off waves of resonance, harmonizing in love like that is who we truly are. And how do you get there? Well, intent. The proper intent. I see how the greatest ability and efficiency and being that you can be is a being in service who understands all, because beings like that bypass a lot of these levels into a place where the freedom of choice is once again yours. Where would you like to go, brother? Where would you like to go, sister? And to get there, we have to heal some of the aspects from our past, forgive ourselves for what might have been done in the past, present, and future as well. Integration, and go. Integration. Fantastic.
Hi there, Karis here, and I want to talk to you about coming online and about what that feels like. It might be that when you hear me say the words coming online, you might have a bit of an internal reaction to it. You might not. You might just be wondering what the heck I'm talking about. But it's likely that if you've been drawn to this video, you've already experienced feelings of strange inner drawings to things that might not be real or make sense, or you might have experienced precognitive dreams, or you might have intuitive feelings about things, people, situations, events, or you might have connections that you don't understand, or you might be able to do things that you can't explain, or observe things that you can't reasonably understand with your left brain. And what is happening right now is a lot of people are accessing this aspect of themselves more than ever before. There's a huge wave of consciousness sweeping the earth that is activating people at a rate that has never been before seen on this planet. And so it's likely that if you're watching this, you're one of these people. You might have been on the path for a really long time, or you might just be coming onto it. But what I want to tell you is not to be afraid, because that is the first feeling that most people have, because it's all about breaking out of old paradigms. And it's not so much that the old paradigms were wrong, they were appropriate for when they were here, but now the paradigm is just shifting. And we've had lots of things helping us. We've had lots of people on the planet help. We've had lots of non-physical help from things like solar flares, from planetary shifts, from environmental conditions, and also from ancestors, spirit guides, things like that. Whether or not you believe in them, they're real and they're helping. So, I just want to assure you of a couple of things. First, you're not alone. There are lots of people going through this right now, the very same thing that you are, no matter how odd you feel in the current world in which you find yourself. Second, don't be afraid that you're going to lose your loved ones. You probably won't. It's often shocking when people come out of the spiritual closet to see how okay everyone around them is. Often, the people around you already know you're like that anyway, so when you tell them, they're just thinking, oh, okay, fine, I know, whatever, you've always been like that. But even if you do lose some people close to you, it is absolutely sure that once you align with your true authenticity of this new aspect of yourself that's coming up, you will find your kindred spirits, and they'll show up around you. And so really all you have to do is look forward to cool things. Things are happening on our planet that are only in movies up until now. Well, for the vast majority of people. So really we're getting to the point where we can create whatever we want. So whatever you can imagine, it'll happen. Now we're not quite there yet, but start playing with it and see what happens. And there are lots of ways you can do this. Just do an internet search on manifestation or law of attraction or whatever, and you'll get enough tools that resonate with you if you do a little bit of info binging to start to play with it and see what happens. So anyway, this is just a kind wake-up call for you to say welcome and keep moving forward. Why not? It's fun. Try it out. See what happens. You can't go back to sleep anyway. Go in peace. Have a wonderful day.
4 years ago, I was a different person than the one you have speaking to you today in the present. And when I see many of my brothers and sisters going through their transitions, it's very nice that we have Facebook and YouTube and ways we can self-reflect upon where we were at that state and maybe some of the reasons why we were in that state and what we might have been processing. It's very important to have an open heart and have an open mind and understand that at least the being has the courage to put their experience out there. It could be a tweet, it could be a blog post, it could be a level of experience, but that is all appreciative because that is all this consciousness is being sucked up into this wave. Everyone's blogs, tweets, sharing of love, compassion creates and builds this wave. Okay? And this wave is the change that we all seek. So with that, I just wanted you guys to know that you are all very, very loved. Appreciate yourself. Take care of yourself. Forgive yourself. And understand that in this present moment, to change your intent. What is this intent? Meaning that you wish the best for all things, always, no matter where you are. Because in that manner, you also get to resonate with the beings that also feel that way, who are also here to hook you up, and take care of you. And you always want to be a being that is there to aid and help. It really makes you feel good inside, and it really helps because when I was first waking up and going through a lot of these transitions, which obviously was very private, and then I would make a video, and then a private situation, then I'd make a video, right? My friends, my family members, my star family also helped me to instantly reflect very, very quickly about some of the things that I had been processing and dealing with. So it's also very important to get into groups, right, of like mind and share your experiences and what you're experiencing so that you may benefit each other in accelerating through these times and truly remembering yourself, and in doing so, understanding what having the proper intent truly is. Everything serves a function. Where you come from serves a function in the you here now in the present, and how you process this reality and interact with your brothers and sisters, family members, at all times. It's all a reflection of one another. Okay, so your 4D night self, what is this? Your 4D self is your lowest self on your night side. Wikipedia that, or somebody added in there because they need to understand. Okay, your 5D self is your lowest aspect on your light side. Okay, so if this is a math equation, you're in 3, you're physical. Your 4D self, right, lowest version of your night side. Here's your center. Your light self, your 5D self, is your lowest version of your light side. Okay. The goal for everyone, right, was go 5D. All right. 5D is awesome. Lowest light version self. Opening of the gates of heaven. Lowest gates of heaven, mind you. Okay. It's not like you get into 5D and it's like, ah. No. No. I mean, okay. The angelic realm starts from 6 to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9 equals angelic awesomeness zone. Okay. 10, 11, 12. Working your way up to be a deity. 12D equals deity level. Alright. You can go up there, hang out with Krishna, Buddha, Muhammad, Vishnu. They're all up there kicking it, eating berries and having all kinds of things happen. Okay? So, to understand that there is a hierarchy in this structure. To understand there is no question mark. Rather, the question mark is everyone on this planet is like this. They can't see. Okay? Can't see. What happens is you turn your third eye on, and all of a sudden, you can see, as I'm seeing you now. Okay? In balancing your multidimensional aspects, much is being asked of you. Okay? First of all, only the bravest come to Earth. Okay? Second of all, if you weren't strong enough to undertake this task, you wouldn't have come. Okay? Third of all, light beings, galactic beings, universal beings, ultra-terrestrial beings, right, which we're all connected to, right, take all comers, meaning that there is no fear in our reality. Rather, there is experience in which we choose to experience, rather than the reflection of someone believing in the theory that everything happens to me and you play this victim role. That is not the choice. Rather, you're choosing to play the victim role. It's still your choice. This is a free will zone. This is a free will planet. Now, the speed that you break that down to yourself, right? Break out your energetic surroundings, and what you wish to develop into is up to you. And at that speed. Okay. Now, here's a little, I had some questions upon this. I'd like to answer this real quick too. Had a family member actually first time experience what he considered a 5D construct in his mind. And he said he saw some very troubling things there. Let me tell you a little secret that light beings are very keen on and are very well at doing. If you raise your vibration in an unclear manner, mind you, you have the potential to raise your vibration to, say, a 5D construct level. What happens is you're not aware of all the other things you bring with you. So what happens is when you go into an angelic type of a zone, imagine there's your face, and as you're trying to look around and have fun, everyone except for you, mind you, because you don't have the POV, the perspective to see their POV staring at you, sees you morph into your dark self, your light self, your dark self, your scary mask, your light self, your dark self. What happens is they reflect that back at you. So truly what you're running from or scared of is what your true reflection is. Okay? Second thing is, in every fear test situation, your guides, your higher selves, goal is to scare you in some sense because they would like to see what type of being they are dealing with. Are you a being that turns tails and runs every time there is a conflict? Or are you a type of being that stands your ground and stares down whatever is in front of you, right, in a very cool, calm, and collective manner, and deals with it, feels with it, processes it, and sees it for what it is? I'll tell you one last little secret. All right. Am I done? No. One last little secret. When you're in the upper realms, all I can say is that many beings wear masks. What does a mask do? Okay. Anubis wears a mask. Horus wears a mask. Some of these angelic and awesome beings, which many beings pray to, wear masks. Why is that? Your mask represents not only where you come from, your family, the vibration you represent, but it's almost like wearing your badge. So as we're all little babies down here in 3D, just doing our best, just know that I love you, first and foremost. It's amazing. But just know that this paradise you seek is yours. And many of us have already crossed, right? In that sense. And to know that, to recognize it when you see it in your life, to recognize the synchronicities, to look back on your life maybe a year, 2, 3 years ago, and where you were and where you are now. And if you just woke up, fantastic, you know, welcome. You are very welcome here. And please feel free to subscribe. I know I don't say that in my videos like some people. Subscribe. You know, I'm saying if you feel that it's something that resonates with you, and we will do our best as being true ambassadors, and that's what I feel, becoming ambassadors for not only this dimension, but ambassadors upstairs as we process and integrate the information that comes down the pipeline of consciousness so that we may share and aid where we are needed. So with that, my family, just know that you are very loved, and hope this little explanation aids you. Namaste.